Umar Ahmed IFL to the MTK Global. We had a long one yesterday, 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was long, wasn't it? Yeah.
Eddie, very tense at that weigh-in. I saw Carl Greaves and Josh exchanging words. What are they saying?
And still and the new. You know, we had, as you've been floating around, obviously you've got the official scales in here, you've got another set of scales in the gym. You know, one was just saying these are a bit heavier, these are a bit lighter. Everyone was fine with the scales, they all weighed in on weight. Now they've got to do the rules meeting with the gloves, which is probably another issue. But it's just a brilliant fight, Umar. You know, it's like, I've been waiting so long for this fight, but this is a world-class fight. And no disrespect to the European title, which is fantastic to win. This feels like a world title fight. You know, the attention that the broadcasters and the media are giving it, the quality of the fight. This is a brilliant fight, and you know, Marku against Charlton's going to set us off nicely. And by the way, Gil against Juarez and Robbie Davis against Valenzuela, two great fights as well, and Johnny Fisher. But the main event for me, breathtaking.
What do you think about the shape of both Avanesian and Kelly?
I think Avanesian looks like Avanesian always looks, like a fucking animal. And I thought Josh Kelly looked in the best shape of his career. You know, he's got to go, he may have to go to places that he's never been before tomorrow night, but I promise you he's ready to do it if he has to. He's going to start really fast. I think this is going to be very dangerous for Avanesian early in this fight. I think Josh Kelly's going to be so sharp, so switched on. Both guys want to win so bad, both teams want to win so bad. And as you know, being around them, how confident are both teams? You know, they don't believe in anything else other than victory for their man. So it's going to be a cracker.
The lower it goes, does it suit Avanesian?
I think you'd think so on last performances and on paper, but Josh is in great shape. But I do think he's going to be really sharp early in this fight. And I think they believe they're going to take Avanesian out early in this fight. And it's going to be a tough job to do it, but he will be super sharp really early in this fight.
Is Conor Benn coming tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I wondered if Sky would have him there.
I don't know. He's just had a little baby son, so maybe he's
congrats to him.
Happy changing, absolutely.
What a co-main event as well. Florian was what was going on there? I thought he was going to chin
good.
muck.
Listen, as you know, one of the most ridiculous things is we create a bubble, okay, and everyone's negative in here, right? But you still have to wear masks, you still have to distance, and on the night the trainers have to wear big shields. I mean, nothing around COVID makes sense. But we do have the marks over there that you're supposed to not step across. Of course, Florian stepped straight across, and he wanted to let Joe Norris. I think he said something like, "I know you're scared. I saw you yesterday," and blah blah blah. But Ryan Charlton's going to come out like a train in that fight. He's a young, fresh, strong man, and Florian Marku. That's going to be a brilliant fight. I think 10 rounds of pure action. And I don't think Charlton will take a step backwards. And I think Florian, although he can box, will be forced to fight as well. And we all know he loves to do that.
Great fight. When Florian was flying out, did you not think, let me just step in?
The security went, Florian, step back. Went, leave it out.
Whoever wins that fight, what happens for them next?
I think, you know, they've put themselves in the conversation for all the bigger fights. You know, Congo against Mickinson. Obviously, that he's looking at Conor Benn and Josh Kelly as well. But it's just great to be part of it, and it's a big fight for those guys because the winner puts himself in those conversations and the loser is back at, you know, English title level, domestic level, and they've got to build again. So both those guys know it's must win.
What's happened to Luther Clay, by the way?
Nothing. He lost to Congo in at the end of April, and I don't know. He's not a matchroom fighter.
Nothing from Aldo.
Give him another opportunity. No. I think he's resting up, but he'll be back. He's a good fighter.
Okay,
I'd like to see him at 140 actually, but he's got fucking massive legs. That's the problem.
Just a couple of things I forgot to ask yesterday. What's going on with the Uzbek card?
April 2nd, I believe. We're just finalising that at the moment. Should get an announcement next week.
Who's headlining that?
Well, take your pick. I mean, probably Akhmadaliev, obviously as a world champion, but you've got Giasov, Madrimov as well. So, fantastic card.
And finally, Deontay Wilder did another interview.
Did he? I haven't seen that one.
He said he wants to fight Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. still.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, two great fights. You know, I mean, we tried so hard to fight Deontay Wilder, and he never wanted to fight AJ. But now he wants to fight him. It's the same thing with Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte did everything to try and fight Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder does not beat Anthony Joshua, and he does not beat Andy Ruiz either. That's for sure. So he has to be very careful of those fights. And now Andy Ruiz has teamed up with Eddie Reynoso and the team. I think he's going to be a real force. You know, I don't think there's many heavyweights out there that will beat Andy Ruiz. Honestly, if he's on it, and he will be with Eddie Reynoso. And I think he'd give Deontay Wilder fits, but you know, he's fighting Areola, which he'll win in style. And let's see Deontay back in the ring. Enough talking now. It's been a year since he boxed. Come on, let's see you back.
Well, reportedly, he wanted $10 million to box Charles Martin.
Did he? He would have made a lot more if he signed with us and fought Anthony Joshua, but that's another story.
So, win or lose for Joshua against Fury, you'd be open to that Wilder fight?
Whatever's right for Anthony Joshua, you know.
I thought you said you can't be bothered with that anymore.
No. I sat down with Sky yesterday. Ultimately, we will make the right moves for AJ's career, but AJ's the boss. So if he wants to fight Deontay Wilder, which I know he wants to fight everybody in the division, and that fight presents itself, no problem. But first things first, the only thing that's important to Anthony, and it's the only thing that's been important for the last couple of years, is to become undisputed. So right now, Deontay Wilder is, you know, not even in the conversation, but let's see him return for 10 mil. So come on out, get your money out. 10 mil, what's that to you?
Tune in tomorrow, Sky Sports Design.
Don't miss it, big card.
Cheers, Ed.